I already said this, but if you are not holding XRP right now, you are missing out. And that is not an advertisement. Because you have to understand, I do not gain anything if you buy XRP. All I'm telling you is I keep reading the comment section. Many people are confused, but right now I have more XRP than ever before, and I'm more excited by than ever before. And by the way, I'm giving away $500 in XRP for the first couple of people that sign up to BitGet. Link is down below. Check it out. First things first, Jpmorgan calls Ripple's landmark XRP decision a milestone win for the crypto industry. Make sure you press that freaking like button. We got a lot of cool stuff to cover in this video. And we're gonna go through it all in rapid pace because I don't want to waste anybody's time. Apparently, Jpmorgan had this to say about this ruling. This ruling is undoubtedly a milestone win for the industry. It provides legal clarity and defense around what does and does not constitute a security, and the overall outcome is in favor of what many in the industry had been arguing. Apparently, the analysts also noted that the lack of clear rules of the road had pushed large capital pools to the sidelines and also slowed innovation, adoption, and just overall crypto ecosystem valuation, which puts me back at our earlier point of right now the climate is just not there for an XRP surge, but it is coming. And actually, on that field, many were still criticizing when I said earlier that I think XRP is going to be making many millionaires. I still think the XRP price at $10 is not high enough for where it inevitably is coming. But let's give it time. We're giving it time. We're letting it cool down. But take a look at this. Breaking news. The SEC accepts the BlackRock Bitcoin ETF application. So is the bull run going to start? Well, the long story short about that one is a lot of people, including me, thought that this ETF was gonna be the big game changer for the crypto space, but it turns out that nobody really cares. The SEC literally said, okay, everything is fine. We're going to take your application into review. And with everything happening in, for example, the Ripple case here, in the Coinbase case, everything, it's almost impossible for them to deny, as they also allowed for a 2x leverage ETF to come on in. Yet crypto prices are doing nothing. Bitcoin is even going down ever so slightly. Like what? Here are actually the facts of the lawsuit that some people like to still numb down. This is an hour ago or so. I'm serious that I mean the confusion has never been this high in the crypto community, mostly because people are just trying to FUD. And again, I'll dive deeper. But a point I'd like to make is the SEC did claim XRP itself as a security. The judge ruled XRP itself is not a security. And most people that are right now in the XRP community as non-XRP holders trying to correct all these community members, most of them are wrong, working with wrong information. Here's Mark Cuban's thoughts. Billionaire entrepreneur Mark Cuban said, "The only reasonable conclusion is that the current mission of the SEC is not to protect small investors. It never has been. Their goal is to litigate and litigate more and litigate more." And we have seen Jay Clayton, the ex-chairman of the SEC, actually agree with that. And actually, in a similar way, this has kind of connected into all of it too. So Mark has been a prominent figure when discussing this whole lawsuit debacle, mostly on the opposition side. He said, "Except the ruling arguably prevents rulemaking. If sales through exchanges aren't security sales, as the court seems to say, then the SEC doesn't even have the authority to regulate crypto exchanges. But hey, good luck out there." And David Schwartz, the CTO, came in blazing to state, "This is such BS. The courts can't regulate crypto exchanges, and the SEC isn't even trying to regulate crypto exchanges. They proved that with Coinbase. All courts can do is punish exchanges for existing and trying to comply with the laws. What's supposed to happen is that Congress doesn't regulate something. People tell them they should. If they don't, bad things happen. Then they do. And we get sensible regulation people can understand and comply with." But again, that's not the way in which the SEC likes to do things. Talking about the Coinbase lawsuit, by the way, because we're diving a little bit into it. There was a secret meeting, as you guys all know, SEC v Coinbase. We now have the transcript of the pre-motion conference held on Thursday, and apparently things were even worse for the SEC than reported. The judge explicitly aligned herself with Coinbase on a key argument, and that is unusual for a first appearance. Apparently, the judge is making the point, and that she literally says she is making the point, that it's not strange for Coinbase to thought they were doing what they were doing was okay because of what they wrote down in their filing to go public and the SEC approving all that. And this lawyer's or ex-lawyer, whatever's prediction is that it will get worse from here for the SEC. As again, she, the judge in the Coinbase case, is being quite logical in stating, hey, you basically approved everything that Coinbase was filing for. It's not crazy to assume from their side that what they were doing was okay. And even the judge is on the same side of Coinbase saying she also thought so. Anyway, talking about the opposite side of the SEC, two things are interesting. One, three things actually. Richie Torres is requesting two separate independent investigations at the US SEC. This is not from today. I covered this already, but I wanted to get you guys to realize that. Second of all, Gary Gensler is going to be speaking in front of the Senate Appropriations Committee Wednesday, so stay tuned for that. And we also have Tom Emmer and a couple of others writing a new crypto bill, right? You guys have seen that over the last couple of days to get new crypto regulations in. A lot is happening in the background, guys. A lot is happening in the background. And I should quickly say, if you have not pressed that like button yet, there's no better time than right now. I actually think that we might be able to break my like record on my channel if everybody presses the like button as soon as they see the video. That could be pretty cool. And if you're wondering what happened all this week, well, take a look at this. U.S. judge ruled Ripple XRP not a security. U.S. inflation falls to 3%, lower than expectations. Europe to launch the first Bitcoin spot ETF this month. Former SEC chairman says the Bitcoin spot ETF should be approved. Former SEC chairman said the SEC should stop overreaching, basically. Former SEC chairman says if they just keep suing and well, they're probably doing too much and the approach is not the right way. Coinbase relists XRP. Binance US relists XRP. Every single exchange relists XRP. $9 trillion asset manager BlackRock CEO says crypto will transcend international currencies due to global demand. I think he said that yesterday. The SEC acknowledges BlackRock's spot ETF application. The SEC acknowledges Fidelity and all the other spot applications. Bank of America ordered to pay massive millions of dollars, $250 million, for charging illegal fees and opening credit card accounts without customer consent. And then also the Australian SEC, no, actually not. The Australian Securities Exchange received its first Bitcoin spot ETF application. This week was action-packed. Yet again, I like to state the manipulation that we can all see. I think everybody should be in the clear. And guys, that's why I keep saying, make sure you press that freaking like button. Let's all stick together on this one, guys. Get those positivities flowing, That's what I keep saying here. Because we're being basically shot in the back by too many parties right here. It doesn't make sense for the price to move this way. It doesn't make sense. So much good stuff is happening. So much good stuff. Yet crypto prices are going down. Even when the inflation numbers came out, people were like, huh? Why is Bitcoin not moving so much where usually if inflation, it moves as much as it did right here? So much against the expectations, so much more below. Usually we'd see a big move for crypto, but we didn't. Right now, I think things are being put on a very, very low pedestal. The volumes, and this is my own theory, that usually are being accelerated, where they put so much more wash volume, and the market makers at work, right now they're telling everybody, hey, let's not make things move too much. Let's keep things quiet for right now for some reason. Potentially because all these guys like BlackRock want to get in early. Talking about getting in early, it was interesting over on Twitter, this discussion between Charles Gasparino, a guy over at Fox, and Brad Garlinghouse, as Brad Garlinghouse gave another company the first interview a little while back. So, if you take a look here, it's interesting. Charles Gasparino said, breaking, after that great Ripple XRP victory, the coin is now below 70 cents and falling. One reason. Questions over how much of a victory went down yesterday, with the judge basically saying $700 million in XRP sales were illegal and need to be paid back, possibly with XRP. Which is why, as I said before, people are a little bit afraid. And the price did not go absolutely insane. The dollar was a crucial barrier, and they manipulated it down, but also there's just a lot of fear. Andrew, however, posted, Brad Garlinghouse gave Bloomberg what gas bags so desperately wanted and now burns bridges to ensure he'll never get it. Which basically was Brad Garlinghouse given an interview to all these different sources except for Fox. Charles, however, said, I wanted no interview, never asked. Eleanor did because she's there, the axe on Ripple beat. We are now doing a story on how much money Ripple will be paying, if any, to settle part of the SEC case it lost. Where are they getting it from? From the balance sheet, XRP sales? And he's basically, for some reason, been mostly posting things on the SEC side of things. I'm not exactly sure why he likes the SEC camp so much. Charles from Fox did a major switch a little while ago. Again, I'm not so sure why. Breaking, SEC declines to comment on whether the agency will appeal the Ripple decision on the legality of XRP. Stay tuned. And again, even though guys like Tyler Winklevoss are all noticing, the SEC did like a Soviet-style PR spin on taking a huge L in the Ripple case, because they're making it seem as if they won, which is absolutely wild. There's Charles then being butthurt for some reason. Breaking, will Brad Garlinghouse have to reach into his own pocket to pay the SEC ruling the initial institutional sales of XRP as security? Does Ripple have enough money in the balance sheet to settle a possible SEC fine? We are waiting for answers from Ripple. Stay tuned. And also, again, more FUD. Questions swirling as to why Brad Garlinghouse and the guys are avoiding major media interviews following the alleged victory of XRP. One theory involves the split decision on XRP sales and a possible settlement with the SEC over repayment of the illegal sales. And he even said it again. So it's so strange that Brad Garlinghouse and Stewart aren't doing a victory lap after Ripple ruling. Makes no sense they're not doing a victory lap unless... Are you guys noticing that narrative here? I mean, is he being paid to do that? Is he just a normal reporter that likes drama, or what in the world? Why is he writing that way? It's crazy, no? I mean, look at this. He's so butthurt. With victories like this, who needs losses? What's wrong with him? Anyway, I could sit here discussing that for hours, but a couple things I should know. One, you might think the lawsuit is over, Ripple one. First of all, it's not completely, but second of all, the fight for crypto regulation is not stopping anytime soon. No. Things are just getting started. The Coinbase lawsuit is now just starting to get spicy, and John says as well, the fight doesn't stop just because of a victory, right? We are fighting for the right to have free choice in financial markets and services, and I'd like to get back on that. Out of most people you watch on the internet, probably am one of the most freedom-forward type of guys. And what I mean with that is I hate nothing in this world more than not being free. I can't think of one single thing that I dislike more in this world than not being free. And what has the SEC kept on us? A freaking leash, all right? A chain on our necks for all these years. It's been loosened, but regarding the entire crypto space, there's still a chain. I like nothing more for Gary Gensler to be fired, out of this position, gone, goofball, get back, get out the way. But most likely they would hire just another sucker with a similar ambition to restart the mission. So we have to keep fighting, but we are. The fight doesn't stop just because of a victory. We're fighting for the freedom of choices in these markets. Maybe I don't want to place my money in a bank with fractional reserves. Maybe I've decided that the traditional bank account in today's world carries too much risk. Shouldn't I have the options where to place my funds? Or does the government know what's best for me and my family more than I do? If you feel the same way and you're a Coinbase customer, you may want to consider joining as an amicus. Now, I don't give a crap about Coinbase as a company. I literally don't. If Coinbase now goes bankrupt, I don't care. It doesn't hurt me at all. For the cryptocurrency space, though, and from the perspective of being fair, I do believe they should win. But trust me when I say that I care less about Coinbase than about the penny I threw into the fountain 12 years ago. And I should also add as a side note that Brad took this all as a man, by the way. Charles was like a freaking baby about this all. I want to know interview. Brad Garlinghouse coming in, boom, like a man, just like a normal everyday individual saying, hey, bro, happy to come onto the studio anytime to discuss the facts and whatever. Any attempt by the SEC to paint this as some sort of split victory is pathetic. They lost on everything that matters, as many lawyers have noted, not just Ripple's. To your question, here about potential penalties, that's up to the court to decide, not the SEC. You very well know this case was never about fines or penalties. It was about establishing the non-security status of XRP. We won, they lost. Yet, for some reason, guys, realize this. For some reason, there are people out there. I'll go like this. There are some people out there that are trying to push the narrative that the SEC won. How? Who gives a crap about if Ripple has to pay a fine for some institutional sales they did back then? Who gives a crap for right now, with regards to XRP only, what happens to other cryptos in the future when they get sued or whatever? First of all, the SEC shouldn't have the authority to sue. That's the whole point of this all. That's what these things should be proving. Because these digital assets by themselves, like we've established time and time again, are not securities. So, in theory, the SEC can only regulate parts that really constitute as investment contracts, which would be a company agreeing with another company to sell them something with all these different caveats. But for a crypto that's just thriving around on the market, it has nothing to do with the SEC, and right now in court that's being proven. I don't understand how Ripple potentially having to pay some fines or these specific sales being security sales can ever be picked up on the market as a win for the SEC in the grand scheme of things. I don't understand, but I just want to quickly make you guys aware of everything that's going on and the manipulation that's going on. At the end of the day, guys, even Jpmorgan is calling this situation nice, all right? A milestone win for the crypto industry. And the catch here is that it's not over just quite, that there is a little bit more to come in all this. But yeah, a little bit later, again, what I'm going to be posting is a video on all the XRP utility. And a lot of you guys were also asking, what is my buys and my XRP sales and everything looking like? So I'll also get you guys another update on exactly when I'm going to be buying more XRP, when I'm thinking of selling some XRP, and how that's going to be working. So if you'd like to see one of these videos, make sure you press that like button. Most importantly, put that notification bell on for the next video that I upload, because what is with the crazy app is you want to be notified. And yeah, I'm so excited that Jpmorgan also is standing on the right side of history. But all these billionaires are, everybody is, right? It's just the prices are being manipulated and things are being suppressed. They're being kept down. But give it some time, all right? The key to all this, to every single part here, is patience. And so, hopefully you can wait for my next video, guys. Okay, actually, guys, I just saw something and I had to edit this little clip into the video because it just broke my mind. The whole title is that it's all a lie, right? That they're lying to you and they're manipulating right now as we speak. Well, take a look at this right here. Take a look at this. This is exactly what I've been telling you. This is exactly what I've been telling you this whole time. Hate to break it to the XRP pumpers, Ripple will be paying money on the part of the case it lost. Plus, there isn't a securities lawyer I've interviewed who thinks the part they won stands on appeal. Are you guys listening to what I'm saying right here? This man, I'm not sure if he's being paid. I'm not saying that because I don't know, all right? But I am saying, for some reason, this is the narrative they want to push. For some reason, they keep trying to tell you that Ripple lost this, when in reality, we all know Ripple did not lose this case. Why are they trying to make it seem like Ripple lost? What is going on in the background here? Why are they so incentivized to push this negative narrative? What's going on with that? And even John Dean is like, wait, what in the world is what's happening here? Because everybody should be confused about this. It makes no sense. I'm telling you, Charlie, those same securities lawyers told me I was wasting my time. Some laughed and made fun of me and my writ of mandamus that I openly acknowledged was unique, but filed for strategic purposes that played out as I had anticipated. And my motion to intervene, an amicus request. I see these lawyers now saying that Torres will be overturned. Since you already owe me a freaking steak dinner, I bet those lawyers regarding the appeal, so he'll also, put the same bet forward to them as he did with Charles Gasparino that John won. They were wrong in predicting a complete SEC victory. And they're wrong now about the Second Circuit and the Supreme Court on appeal. Here's a reminder to those same folk that I predicted the SEC would lose, but that Ripple wouldn't get a complete victory. And he's got a video to back it up, He can back up his words. And I don't think I need to show you more. I think this proves my point enough. Guys, what in the world is going on here? Why is this all happening? I don't know. But I'll keep you updated with anything that I find. Make sure you've got the notification bell on, because if something crazy comes out, I'll be the first to cover it. It's your boy, and I'm out.